Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Tactics 24/7. My name is Oscar and today we will be discussing a Champions League two-stage match between Atlanta and Shakhtar Donetsk, which Atlanta totally dominated with a unique style of play. So here we have the Atlanta formation. Atlanta lined up in a 1-3-4-2-1 formation with Jim City as a centre back, Marcelo and Palomino the other centre backs, and we have Gosens, Freuler, Derun and Castagna in the midfield. And up front we have Gomez, Pasalic and Muriel. And here we have the Shakhtar Donetsk lineup. So Shakhtar Donetsk lined up in a 1-4-2-3-1 formation with Matvienko and Kristov as the centre backs and Dodo and Ismaili as the left back and right back respectively. And we have the two midfielders Stepanenko and Alan Patrick. Up front we have Tyson, Kovalenko, Tete and Moraes forming the front four. So here's some match stats for you. As we can see, Atlanta had 51% of the possession with 17 shots on goal, and they won this game with 3 goals to nil. And it was a very good attacking game by Atlanta. So first we will analyze the attacking play of Atlanta. Here you can see Gomez dropping into midfield to receive the ball from one of the centre backs, and he is actually the playmaker for Atlanta. Atlanta have a slow and patient build-up, and sometimes they use the double pivot with both the central midfielders dropping to receive the ball, which makes the ball circulation a bit more easier. When the double pivot receive the ball and they're facing towards the goal, you can see all the players making movements towards the forward direction. Here you can see Muriel, Pasalic, Gosens, and Gomez all ready to run ahead to receive the ball. And here we see Gomez dribbling inside with the ball and attracting all the Shakhtar players towards himself. And we can see Castana making an overlapping run on the blind side of the defender, trying to get inside the box. And Gomez has this great technical ability to find Castana inside the box with a well-timed and well-weighted chip into the box. Muriel, who is one of the centre forwards, finds a lot of space into the box, and Castana heads the ball back to him. And you can see that none of the Shakhtar players are actually tracking him. Muriel heads the ball wide of the post and misses a very good opportunity to score. And as you can see, Atlanta always build up this way with patient build up, good ball circulation, and also switch of play and crosses into the box. Now we will take a look at the defensive phase of Atlanta. Here we can see the three forwards of Atlanta pressing the two centre backs and the pivot of Shakhtar and creating a high press opportunity. So here we see how Atlanta allowed the passing option from the Shakhtar goalkeeper to the left back, and as soon as the ball reaches the left back, the wing back of Atlanta presses along with the other midfielders pressing simultaneously. The press continues on the flank, and here we see four players of Atlanta pressing the three players of Shakhtar on the flank and creating a very high press on the flanks. So here's an example of a high press employed in open play where the ball is passed to the Shakhtar goalkeeper and Gomez immediately moves ahead to press the goalkeeper. The Shakhtar keeper plays the long ball to the left back and the press is immediately applied by the right wing back of Atlanta. This is a bad pass back to the goalkeeper of Shakhtar and Gomez immediately pounces on the ball and tries to take advantage. Muriel receives the ball and instead of taking a shot at the open goal, he passes it to the other player on the field. The player takes the shot at goal, but the angle is narrowed down and the goalkeeper easily collects the ball. And this is how a very good opportunity is wasted. When Atlanta could not get possession of the ball, they defended in a 5-2-3 shape with 5 defenders across the back, 2 holding midfielders, and the 3 forwards as we can see. And when Shakhtar moved close to the Atlanta goal, you can see how Atlanta defend in the same 5-2-3 shape, but it's a very low block and they're well spread across the 18-yard box. Atlanta had very few attacking transition moments since mostly they employed the high press. Here we can see the left wing back winning the tackle and immediately can see the players surrounding him are ready to transition. Atlanta have enough players in and around the 18-yard box once the player moves ahead. The right wing back Castagna moves ahead to provide support and this is the advantage of having a wing back instead of full back in these matches. Castagna provides a very good cross but the header just goes wide and a good opportunity is missed again. Here we can see the set pieces with the Atlanta players spread across the 18-yard and are well staggered and make runs deep into the box. The players make various runs across the first post, the second post and in the middle and you can see a balance of players in different positions. While defending corners, Atlanta go in a mix of zonal and man marking. You can see 5 players across the 6-yard box doing the zonal marking as well as 2 or 3 players doing the man marking. And finally, we will discuss about the goals. So this is the first goal by Atlanta, and you can see Gomez moving in between the lines, trying to receive the ball on the flanks. And even though Atlanta underloaded in the situation, you can see a good combination play between Castagna and Gomez. Once the move develops, you can see Gomez running on the blind side of the defender inside the 18-yard, ready to receive a pass. Gomez plays a through ball between the defender's leg to Castagna, who runs on the blind side of the left back. And after a few deflections, Castagna goes on to score the first goal for Atlanta. This is the second goal, which comes from a free kick at the right flank, and we can see how the Atlanta players have stacked up at the edge of the 18, ready to run in different directions inside the 18-yard box. A low cross is delivered inside the 18-yard box, and Pasalic runs through a group of players at the first post. A slight touch by Pasalic, and is able to score the goal with the goalkeeper unable to react in time. This is the third goal scored by Atlanta, and at this time Shakhtar players are very tired, and this is towards the end of the game, and they give away possession needlessly. Atlanta start the counter-attack easily with the last defender of Shakhtar almost at the halfway line. The fatigue leads to a very bad mistake by the centre-back of Shakhtar, who heads the ball back to the goalkeeper with the Atlanta player lurking around. The Shakhtar keeper is unable to come out in time, and Gosens goes on to score an easy goal. Atlanta created most of the chances during the match with good combination play and creating the free man with Gomez. While defending, they employed a high press most of the time, while going into a mid or low block out of possession. Shakhtar mostly defended in a mid to low block, not creating many chances. A well-deserved win for Atlanta. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, kindly subscribe by hitting the bell icon on my channel and like and share it as well. Kindly leave your comments in the comments section below. See you in the next video.